Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're going to be talking about what she really means. Do not be fooled. I wish that we could all just say what we mean and mean what we say, but sadly that's not the world that we live in. This video is going to help you decipher and understand what women really mean when they say these things, and in most of these cases save you a lot of time and energy. Really, my point of making this video is just to make sure that you guys are not, waiting around for someone or wasting your time on someone who clearly doesn't like you, but they're not being clear about it, right? I think a lot of times women will give a little glimmer of hope, we can call it, or they'll kind of let you down easy in a way that doesn't hurt your feelings, when in reality it just actually ends up making things a lot harder because you think that there's hope there. So that's kind of the whole point of this video. Let's get into it. Number one is, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. And this really means that she's really just not looking for a relationship with you. And the big takeaway from this one is to not sit around and waste your time waiting for her someday, somewhere, sometime to hopefully be ready for a relationship or looking for a relationship. Because the truth here is that she just doesn't want to do that with you. She does not want to date you. She maybe doesn't see you romantically, or she just doesn't want to be with you. She doesn't want to date you. And if a guy came along that she actually did want to be in a relationship with, I guarantee she would not be saying to him, I don't want to be in a relationship right now, or I'm not looking for a relationship right now. She would just date him, right? Because she wants to date him. She wouldn't use that lame excuse. So I think that when a lot of guys hear this, they think, oh, well, she's just not ready right now, so I'll wait around, or I won't date other people in case she changes her mind. But the reality is, if someone looks at you and tells you, I don't want to date you right now, or I'm not ready for a relationship right now, why are you going to wait around for them to possibly change their mind? Life goes on. You need to move on and keep things rolling, onward and upward, right? We can't just be waiting around for people who are not ready for what we're ready for. They say things like right person, wrong time. No such thing, okay? If they were the right person, it would have been the right time. So especially when we're talking about the talking stages or date, like you haven't even dated this person yet and they're telling you that they're not ready for a relationship right now. And maybe that's true. Maybe she just got out of a long-term relationship and she genuinely is not ready. The last thing you want to do is sit around and wait around until she potentially maybe magically is one day, okay? Life goes on. You must trek onward and not wait around for people who aren't ready for you. Number two, the one that I'm sure all of you have heard at some point, and that is, I've been busy. This is normally the response you'll hear if you haven't heard from her in days, maybe weeks, maybe months, and she's feeling a little bit bored that day, so she finally decides to text you back. If a girl really genuinely likes you, this simply will not happen. Everyone is practically glued to their phones these days, so if you haven't heard from her in 4 days, she just doesn't like you, buddy. Unless she is on a cruise in the middle of the ocean with no cellular service. I like to follow what is called the 24-hour rule. So if you don't hear from someone in 24, maybe 48 if we're really pushing it, 24 to 48 hours, they are just not into you. And it's also different if they give you a heads up like, hey, I'm gonna be really busy for the next few days, or I won't really be on my phone, just wanted to give you a heads up. But if she didn't even give you that, she's just leaving you on red, she's just ghosting you, and she doesn't like you. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. The specific I've been busy just does not exist when a girl likes you. A girl could be modeling every day of the week, backed up, showing after showing. I mean, maybe she has the craziest life in the world, but that guy texts her that she's really into, she's shooting him a text back. So I don't buy the I'm too busy thing. I'm a very busy person and I still make time for the people that are important to me in my life, as do most women who are into someone. Moral of the story here, she's never too busy for you if she genuinely likes you. Just saying. Number three is, I don't want to ruin our friendship, which actually means she just doesn't see you romantically at all. She also probably really genuinely doesn't want to hurt your feelings by telling you this, and this is why she says it in this way of, oh, I don't want to ruin our friendship, instead of, I'm not romantically interested in you, or I'm not attracted to you, or I don't see you that way. And maybe she does say those things too. I've had a lot of guys write into me who, have been in situations like that where the girl did say those things, and even then, I think you have to appreciate the honesty. It can be a little bit tricky if, a friend tells you that they like you and you obviously value that friendship and you love this person and care about this person because they're your friend, but you just don't see them as any more than that. And honestly, I'll speak from personal experience. I've had guy friends in the past who, expressed that they were very interested in me or that they were like in love with me. And sadly, I did not feel the same way. And so you don't want to ruin the friendship, but at the same time, when that person expresses interest to that degree or just tells you that they're interested, it can kind of end up changing the dynamic anyway, no matter what. So, I mean, it's going to depend on you and your situation and the person that you're interested in, obviously. But this is just a really tricky situation all around. Sadly, after one person expresses interest and the other person doesn't feel the same way, sometimes the friendship just isn't the same because you view them or the friendship that you have a little bit differently. Also, it can be really difficult for you if you really like her to continue being just friends with her. So again, a really tricky situation. I know I kind of got off the beaten path a little bit going into detail with this one, but if she tells you, I don't want to ruin the friendship, or I only see you as a friend, or something along those lines, she's just not into you. Number 4 is you're a great guy, but. Anything following that but statement is normally not a good sign. And normally just means, but she doesn't like you. It's as simple as that. Whether she says to you, you're a great guy, but I don't want a relationship right now. Or you're a great guy, but I don't see you in a romantic way. Or you're a great guy, but there's no chemistry here. All of those things mean essentially the same thing, and it's just that she's not interested. And guys, really, I want to make this clear to you. Do not wait around for her to possibly change her mind. Please, if she says this to you, you're a great guy, but whatever, but literally whatever, is I don't like you. Just take it as that, and it will be so much easier for you to move on from it and let go. Again, I mentioned in the beginning, a lot of times girls will give this glimmer of hope or tell you, oh, you're so great, but I just, not right now, or a million excuses, when in reality, it would just be so much easier if they would just say to you, I don't like you. That's it. You can be like, okay, I respect that. I appreciate that. And you can walk away with grace and dignity and, do what you got to do. But when she gives you you're a great guy, you're amazing, you're incredible, you would be, an amazing boyfriend, but I just don't like you. It gets you in this state of mind where you're like, but you think I'm amazing, so why don't you want to be with me? But you think I'm this, but I'm so confusing. Okay? Just again, look at it as her saying to you, I don't like you. And it will be easier for you to not wait around. And I really don't say that to be harsh or mean. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I also don't want you to waste your time. And I think sometimes you have to hear it in a very non-sugar-coated way in order to understand. And you'll probably think to yourself, well, she thinks I'm an amazing guy and she thinks I would be a great boyfriend, so maybe she'll change her mind or she'll come to her senses and it'll be like a movie. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And remember something I tell you guys all the time, and that is actions speak louder than words. Watch what she does, not what she says. Okay? My next one is, I can't this week, I'm really busy. Honestly, the this week is just a little thing I threw in there. It could be legitimately anything. I can't this weekend, I'm really busy. Oh, I can't hang out with you this month, I'm too slammed with work. She's not too busy. She just doesn't want to make time for you or hang out with you. Continuously making excuses as to why she cannot hang out with you is just a signal to you that she does not like you, because people make time for the things and the people that they love and that are important to them. If she liked you, she would make the time to hang out with you, I promise. If a girl likes you, she will want to hang out with you, she will hang out with you, and she will not consistently make up excuses as to why she cannot see you. Now, I do want to say it's totally different if this just happens once. Say you just met this girl, you're supposed to go out on your first date, and she has to cancel or something like that last minute, but she wants to reschedule with you. This is a totally different situation. I'm not just talking about a one-time occurrence. This is someone that consistently does this. Like, you were supposed to hang out last week, but she canceled, and then you moved to next Friday, but she came up with an excuse for that too. And really here, I want to emphasize the consistent excuses or the canceling or the last-minute flaking, things like that, where you really just have to see it for what it is and understand that if she wanted to hang out with you, she would make the time and she would not consistently be making up those excuses as to why she can't. So again, if this is a recurring thing, she's stringing you along, she's giving you a glimmer of hope or a light at the end of the tunnel that, one day she'll hang out with you, you have to move on. And last on my list, number 6, is that she doesn't say anything at all. This one is pretty dang self-explanatory, but I just want to stress this again. If she is leaving you on red, if she has ghosted you, if you haven't heard from her in a week and you were supposed to hang out next week, she doesn't like you. Sometimes not saying anything at all actually tells you all you need to know. If she liked you, she would be talking to you. If she liked you, she would be hanging out with you. If she liked you, she would not be making up excuses consistently as to why she can't hang out with you, or she's been too busy, or this, or basically this just sums up my entire list here today, is that watch what people do, not what they say they'll do. So if someone tells you, oh, you're such an amazing guy, you would be such a good boyfriend, that's great, and that's fine and dandy, and that's her way of letting you down easy, but it doesn't change the fact that she doesn't want to date you because she's not, okay? She doesn't want to be with you because she's not doing it. So see things for what they are, not what you want them to be. I think a lot of times guys hear these things, or again, girls let them down easy or try to sugarcoat things to not hurt feelings. And you know, as an empathetic person or, you know, a people pleaser, this can be really tough because you obviously don't want to hurt people's feelings. You don't want to make people feel bad. You don't want to tell people, I don't like you that way, or I don't see you that way. But honestly, it would just be so much better if we could all just be honest. That way we don't give people the wrong idea and, you know, make things a little bit harder than they really need to be. So I know nobody's a mind reader. I wish that we could all just, you know, really mean what we say. But sometimes I think that when you hear these things, it paints them in a picture where you hold on to it and you string things out, and it makes it very hard for you guys to move on. I've had so many of you write into me that you've dealt with things like this, and I just really want this video to help you in all those situations to be able to see things a little bit more clearly and understand if she liked you, you would know. And if you don't know, if you're a little bit confused, then she probably doesn't like you. So guys, that is all I have for this video. If you liked it or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. Let me know down below if there's anything I missed. What are some things that women have said to you that actually mean something else? I did a video kind of like this in the past, but it was more funny, like when she says, I'm fine, or when she says, I'll be ready in 5 minutes. Things like that that are a little bit more comical, that aren't so, you know, serious. I wanted this video to be more about making sure that you guys aren't wasting your time. So let me know if you have any of those down below. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.